How's it going, guys? My name is Sean Clements, and this is my final speech. It's supposed to encompass everything I've learned over this past semester in class and how I developed as a speaker. Overall, I think I did a lot better this year than my previous speech class that I took and failed, I'll be honest, because Destiny really taught it well. You got everyone engaged and ready to speak and excited. But there are a few things I did learn on the negative side that people need to realize before they go into certain classes. I think the most important thing about most of these classes nowadays, especially in the technological age, is having a web presence. First, you need to make sure you check your email constantly. There's always updates, there's always something new to learn if you check your email. Your teachers might hit you up with some information, or you might miss an assignment if you don't look. So it's always important to check the email and always keep communication up. Also, you need to check for, your online courses for assignments. There are plenty of assignments that I've missed over time, and we'll get to that in a second with this class especially, for not checking web study, not checking my email. It does lead to some lower grades, and I'll get to that in a second. But always check for courses and assignments because you never know what you'll miss. Also, it's very important that you communicate with professors. I know I was constantly talking with Destiny the whole semester because of my basketball and my scheduling conflicts. But most teachers are very lenient and always willing to help. So it's always important that you communicate with your professors. And lastly, diligence. Diligence is key. It's not just checking them. It's not just looking at your web study. It's constantly looking at it. It's always working, always looking to better yourself, and always checking up on your schoolwork and your itinerary. So let's move on to what happens when you don't follow these rules. This paper is quite small, but I will illuminate it in a second and read it aloud. If you do the opposite of what I just said, you will be lost in the world. You will not know what's going on. Your teachers will be sending you updates, and you still won't know what's going on. Half the time you'll be missing assignments and forums, like myself. I missed the impromptu, and I missed the final discussion because I wasn't checking my email regularly or my web study. If you look at this paper, I won't bring it close to the camera, but it's proof right there, 2 zeros. Not good. Can't happen. Something that can't happen. So, in conclusion, make sure you're checking your email, you're checking your courses, you're talking to your teachers. All this is vitally important. So, in order to have a good year, these are the things you need to remember to follow. And lastly, let me talk about a fellow student of mine who I admired over the course of the semester because of his speaking prowess. Craig. You guys all know Craig. If you see this video, you guys will see. I liked that he was always engaging and enthusiastic. He always had a good attention getter. He always kept you locked in when you were listening to his speech. And most importantly, I liked that he was, start to finish, he always had that. He always brought the enthusiasm and he always kept you locked into whatever he was saying. My favorite skit was his skit about the deli. It's one of my favorite speeches for the oral interpretation. And overall, I really enjoyed this year. Learned a lot of things about speaking. Learned to kind of step out of a shell and be comfortable while speaking. I don't know if I'd be able to do this right now in front of a camera if it had not been for this class. So I'm very appreciative of that. And thank you for your time, and have a good rest of the year.